famous. That's not a brilliant car, is it? We saw a fancy one a little bit earlier. Once someone worked it out, it was South, not Korea. South, it might be South Korea.
So are you a Watford fan? No, I'm Chelsea, but I work for a club. Oh, right. So, well, I'm doing the page. Okay. I got back up then.
I tell you what I saw earlier, I don't know.
Who now?
But would it be coming down? I'm sure it was Michael Gove, but I don't know.
Nigel Farage is coming.
No, he wasn't.
He's already at the
Yeah.
You know, the photo opportunity.
Yeah, be a clock for him. But I'm sure I saw Gove walk down. But it could have just been something. I mean, I need glasses, so everybody's a blur.
Come on, you street shit. Come on.
Yeah, we're going to have to go back.
We used to demonstrate something else, but at Old Palace Yard. And I regularly see people that I recognise from the telly, and I couldn't remember their name.
I'm terrible.
But, you know, so...
Yeah, I've got the worst memory. But like I say, come down there. Like when you, how long are you staying here for?
I've got to go somewhere else.
Oh, well, walk through. It is entertaining. I know it's marvellous. Yeah, but it's, I love the big tractors, the big tanks and everything.
Come on,
okay. Oh, she was alright.
Yeah, she was alright. No, some of them were not bad.
They're doing the daily one. There's somebody.
I don't come up in the daily one.
No, they're usually a different lot. Daily ones are usually the relaxed ones. There's a little town just outside Halifax. They do a. Oh, it sounds like they're doing a speech. They do a daily. I mean, it's only one person, but. Oh, they do a little silent. I tell you what they do in Leeds, which is actually funny, but they get all worked up. They do on a Tuesday this silent woman one, and they just stand there, and people film them, and they go insane because. But I chatted to. I mean, they did a silent protest the other day, and I was chatting to them.
Are you not on the Palestine one on Saturday? Doing Palestine on Saturday?
Big one. Oh, off you there.
I'm an arsehole.
Don't know who's doing the speech.
They're not doing speeches.
No, someone's doing a speech.
I don't give a fuck about speeches, really.
I don't.
Oh, not that shitty banner.
Tell me, all I want to see is somebody well known. I was hoping, but I don't think it's here, is the in from...
I know, it's fucking Jesus. I want to know who's...
Oh, it's him, is he doing it?
John!
Come this way.
Oh, let's go in front.
He's coming to judge the world in righteousness. King Jesus is coming. Picking up purpose.
Right, we'll get
Back
that.
to God. Back to the people. Back
I'll
to
put it down
Jesus
to
and his
remember.
country.
It's got the same accent as that, forget his name. The MP. Oh, it's getting a bit chilly again.
It's my friends and stuff, my family and stuff.
Getting a bit sorry, I bet these cost a few quid to change. I need a new tyre. I'm sure I saw a three-wheel tractor once, I don't know. Hello, little one, I saw you earlier.
Yes, it's
Hello.
just quite famous.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Oh, I do. I was gonna. You see, you can't bring dogs on the mega bus, otherwise I bought mine. Although saying that, she'd have got stressed. So well, mine would just be. See, that's the thing. I used to take her on the protest, but she just got stressed out, and people then moan at me saying I'm being rotten bringing them. Do you ever get?
I will be there now on the 8th of March. We got a big one in London that day.
Yeah, there's no point.
So
Lots of people mentioning the word communism, actually. when it
GB
comes to,
News, I'm
this.
guessing. Oh yeah, I think I recognise it from GB News.
shit show, come on.
Oh, it's alright.
The way they treated Tommy Robinson.
No, but they were saying somebody, even one of the people who's got sacked, says they're in a, they can't do anything because they're on the regulation and stuff, and it's really tough for them to.
I know what you mean. I'm knackered, mate.
I know.
I'll be walking tonight, so.
Before you know, it'll be over.
It's fine. They can afford it. If they can afford to have that.
I wonder how long that. See, this is more interesting than just stood there like them Nellies for 2 hours. I mean, it is.
I don't know when we're complaining. Oh, it's cold.
Oh, yeah, they're useless. I mean, yeah, they just stood there. I think they've got the camera facing back. Every time they stick it on me, I stick my tongue out. Yeah, teach them a lesson.
Oh, I know what I love.
I hate having this
I
camera
love
on me.
protest days in London. I fucking love protest days.
Oh, it's spitting again.
I love protest days. I love them.
I won't be fit today from that.
Yeah, you can buy that now, sweetheart, with a camera in your hand.
Oh no, I've Thingy drives one of them, doesn't it? That's him off Channel 5.
Oh, okay.
If I was having one, I'd have an original one, but it's like when you see people buy rally, is it grifters? I forget, and they're just the clones. They're not as good as the original.
So will me and you go and stand for the speeches?
Well, it's ages. What time do you make it? I think it's gone ages.
Yeah, we've still got an hour.
Oh yes, I couldn't believe it. I thought they were about to start, so I was about to set up, and they went, oh, 3:15. I thought, exactly that.
Which is the bit of the road.
Oh, it's days on, right? Just say hi to the top.
Yeah, I'll just stand there. I'll just stand and let you do it. Fun over there. What?
No, I'm sorry. It's great. Thank you very much. Yeah, no, thanks for the support. Nice to see you. Not bad.
Who? Martin Blackborough, have you and I engaged online recently?
I'm not going to stand up and know a whole lot about farming, but what I do know is that farming is darn important for information to be self-sufficient. And as you've heard of from many people, if we're just going to give it away, we're going to ruin farmers' lives and take everything that they've got. What are we going to do now?
Wouldn't it be a shame if I was rude to him now? Marty's a wanker. Marty's a wanker. You got to press the button.
I know how to use it.
Well, I've never used it. Ah, you see, you didn't know. Press that, yeah.
Marty.
I don't know if it's still got it on. Still driving nuts, that.
Have you stand here for your speeches then? You. Okay, I'm going in.
No, the other side. Actually, I don't know. They might come in this side. It's a gamble. Yeah.
I imagine I'll
This is a trouble. See, when it's sunny, I think that wakes you up. I've come and I've literally driven through the night, and as soon as this, they're still doing it. Just yeah, just press it. You got to press it in.
Marty.
You pressed it in. I don't know if he's still got it on. I don't know where Michael is. He was
Mike
there.
is there. I see. I saw Mike.
You've dumped him. You've dumped him.
We tried to kiss Marty off at the radio.
I'd love to know if he's got on when he's doing an interview. I wonder if he'll get any views from that.
But you're saying he's a prick. Why do you think he's a prick?
Ever since he's come in power, Street Mike.
His name is Street Mike. It's the first time I've seen him. So.
And all you need to do is watch the news for 20
Oh, he's got a massive channel.
Has he?
Yeah, massive.
So it's called Street Mike.
Yeah.
But you know
Yeah.
something?
He also does people as well.
Right.
Yeah, he's got his silly numbers when he'll be doing it live. Got massive.
A murder case, and it was a case involving double jeopardy. If someone has been convicted of a robbery charge, and there was going to be a change in the law, and he was engaging on that specifically. But I had respect to him. Yeah, when Tony Blair brought him into power, he did.
He's an entertainer though, he's good at it.
I thought, yeah, man, it's going to be great. But now I see this useless. He has misled the people of this country. He ain't no this gentleman like Street Mike.
People voted him in.
How's he getting in? Do you know what I mean?
People voted him in.
No, it's got more than that.
Jeremy Clarkson.
You're talking about CD Cool?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't understand how you get in. Again, like after the ULEZ and
Yeah, but we've done already. That funny geezer just now, it used to be Mr. Cleverly. Not so cleverly.
Street Mike. Guys, his channel, he's got a big channel apparently.
Walk in front of his camera and then you'll be on millions. You might as well. He might kick you up. Oh, I've stopped bothering.
Me and you not having him.
They're all waiting till 3, they're not.
Say that again?
They're waiting till 3, I've said you. God, that's boring. Oh, look, there he is. There's the MP. Do you want to get him? Look, the MP. Yeah. Hi. Cheers.
Tory MPs over there.
Oh.
Like the way it moves. It's good, isn't it?
I tell you, believe what these cameras can do, do you know what I mean?
It's amazing.
And there's no mic on it, just internal
No,
mic.
it just shows its own. Yeah.
To be out here supporting the family.
Oh, he's here. He's at everyone.
Which one? I'm careful.
You're not South London. So you like your curry goat? You like curry goat? And what is your own view on the fact? So many tens of thousands of farmers.
Oh, God. Actually, that'd be quite... She might have a point. It could be in a local pub, but we'd be guessing which one is in.
Yeah.
It would be.
That was sick, that, as if I were on the Scoop Live.
Are you in half a scoop?
Based upon the World Economic Forum and Bill Gates.
That was wicked, that.
It's a fact.
That will boost your channel even more now.
Has to be gained by screwing over the farmers. And that's my language.
Do you hear me and him talking in your ear on the radio?
Oh, he's not got it in.
I hear you. But you know what's really great for me? To be down here, I have covered so many hundreds of events.
Yeah.
You know, this
Oh,
great
this,
city.
this
I
is-
have never
He
seen
does
anything like this
YouTube. Massive.
before.
No,
But
but he
I've
also
seen
got,
something as good with Black Lives
Oh,
Matter.
just filming.
But I want to joke in there. But I've never seen nothing like this. And it's so great to see it.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really good nature, just like last
Yeah. Yeah, but can you just imagine if all of these tractors, none of their engines started up, the problems that would cause,
I know, and the two tanks that he does.
and the 2 tanks, and one of them is German, but it's PMQs on Wednesday. Just imagine if they can't move all of these, but they got another route, they can go that way. So, I'd like to have a laugh today, but what do you hope will be achieved from today?
Oh, let's go for wonder. They're just copying each other. Oh. Hi again.
Hi, John. Me again.
You alright? Where's
Yeah.
Simon gone?
He went to get a drink.
Oh, right, okay.
How's things?
Oh, dear.
I feel a bit late.
Just saying, what time do you make it? What time do you make it? I think we've probably still got ages.
Still got an hour.
Oh, God. Aren't you bored? I am now. It's getting
I'm not.
tedious.
I'm fine.
I'm tired, that's
No, you look too fucking tired. You got up at 3 a.m. this morning.
No, I didn't get up 3 a.m. I didn't go to bed. I set off from the house at 1. Oh dear. Let's have a wander down here. Oh dear.
I'm not sure they're going to get in.
No, they're going to park them elsewhere. They could park them, there's that side street they could park them in.
The speeches start.
3:15, I think. Alright.
Let's see it.
An hour before, have some lunch, sit around.
There's lots of
The stage is here.
Oh, I'm getting tired.
One bus coming before. Trust me, I'm a liar. Trust me, I'm a liar. I'm your friend. I'm your friend. Oh, well done. That's the end of the
Arguably nearly more publicity than Chelsea. I was a bit late on that one. I was trying to get the YouTube and the masks out. Yeah.
Okay, then I have to steal the
I don't know what these
she got her numbers from?
I knew this one.
When he was so miserable, I was like, you were chicken and I was waving at him and he was like this.
I did, yeah, week on my train.
All that cow nonsense.
My birthday, when I was 10
Yeah, I think that's the only reason. It's not the mud spat, but you got your wheels on it.
Sì, sì. Intesa un po'.
Loads of time, they're trying to...
Are we coming for the Land Rover rally as well?
like Hill do right. Trust me, I love the farmers like Hill. Support me, trust me, I believe in the farmers like Hill.
It can't be my five, yeah.
I did forget to bring that
Now no longer we have more aggressive anti-farming policies than ever before. And this latest government are intensifying that aggressive assault on our industry and this country's food and food security. They assume that they will always be able to import and we don't want to and it doesn't tell me that that is a very risky strategy. Britain needs food security. Food security is national security.
This is a scrap very very heavy on business alone, I left 65%.
So his dad was ex-manager.
We're sick and tired of taking it. We're on our knees. Enough.
the government can stand up for its
Who is this?
Sometimes feels like farmers aren't listened to. I know there's a feeling that politics doesn't respect people. I know there's a sense that decisions which affect communities are taken miles away by people with little empathy for their challenges. That somehow politics is done to people, not with them. And I know this sentiment is especially strong when it comes to farming and the countryside. So let me start by acknowledging Labour's role in that. It's not deliberate. We do care deeply about the countryside. This is not the place to waste words on the government. But make no mistake, they aren't going to get this. They aren't going to understand the chaos that they've caused and what the cost is.
God knows.
I don't think they can change
And table names, they're famous though, isn't it?
They're part of the broken system that creates that feeling of respect for communities across Britain.
Hi everyone, one letter from Haynes
What are you going to ask for 50 grand off it?
Your business success and ours. If our customers are under pressure, then so are we. That's why we're so passionate about standing shoulder to shoulder with all our customers. We also feel that
Give me to go punch him one for stealing your video.
Stole my video, he did.
Yeah, shall I go punch him then? I'll go punch him. Alright, I won't punch him then. He's
I don't want to get it wrong. I don't want to get it wrong.
I'll let him off then.
Stole my video.
Is it? Hi, I'm Daisy. I'm from Leicestershire.
From Twitter, he posts them and then forgets to turn off the download option so everyone downloads it. And then he blames everyone else even though I keep telling him.
It's called theft.
It's called forgetting to turn the download option off.
Does it start raining now?
So yeah, no problem. I'm just getting there.
Oh, you're going to be, yeah.
That's
And that's every ton of farmers in. We want to push on, we want to keep going. And this government's awful decisions are just making it harder and harder. I want my kids to be farming that. I want the generations in the future farming that field. We can't not just sit back and just let this government walk all over us. We need to be together. We need to be in Westminster, walk together,
About 10 years ago, we can begin Westminster.
Oh, I'm in the shot of the video.
The best way to do that is to interview them, right? And so often they emerge like completely idiots and they can't answer very, very basic questions, and their ideology and their worldview and their attitudes towards things, certainly to whether it's women and girls or the student integration or the student multiculturalism, get exposed quite quickly by talking to them. And so for me, I would come down on the angle of, well, why not make the interview? I think there is a very fine line to be treaded, you're absolutely right, when it comes to offending victims, right, on survivors. And that's something that I would never want to seem to be doing, and they should always be a priority in coverage. As far as I'm concerned. So it's not always the easiest line to tread. I hope that 99% of the time I get it right and other people get it right, but we have to see.
So, and then, what do you think was the death on your program? In September, Tommy Robinson gets out of prison. What do you think to have him also on your program as a counterpart? He also helped with exposing.
Well, look, I've always been very, very clear, certainly in the last 5 or 6 years, as I've kind of grown up a little bit and maybe had my eyes opened a bit by the realities of the situation, certainly when it comes to the Pakistan rape attacks that have been around Britain, in pretty much every single town and city. I've always said, certainly recently, some people might think it's done properly, I think you might admit that, right? He was absolutely right, absolutely right, and he was back drunk in a way that very few people
behind me,
and I think he deserves some credit for that.
With its views out
And my personal perspective, I will interview anyone. So I have no problem with interview him. So we'll have to wait and see what happens when Tom Robinson comes out.
Please stop the family farm attack and support British farmers.
Thank you very much. Take care.
As a farmer myself, it's very important that all have access to British food and parents. Anybody who goes to the shop should be able to access British food, hopefully you're there in support.
I have a massive passion for and farming the British public.
No problem. I suppose I forgot reception.
Do not understand the role and the impact of what they're proposing.
It went, I says, mate. Whoa, and he said.
The reason I'm here and I want to get my message across is because I love and care about British farming. Without it, our countryside will not, and our landscape will not look the same, and we will not be putting food on the table. We need to be understood, we need to be listened to, because without British farming, our countryside will be decimated and a whole industry will be gone.
David Cat,
Sorry, dude.
Mark Gardner, producer, wholesaler, farmed here 52 years. I'm supporting Sacred's Farming Rally here today because of my concerns about the future of our industry.
Once it starts, I'm going to go back
Yeah, he's a good presenter.
I've never known.
I think one of his mates that used one of his News Now Yorkshire's videos on his Twitter. So I was only joking. I like him actually, he's a good presenter.
We need to produce enough food in this country
There's loads
for
here.
our own security. It is very important that we do so. Your support today.
It's funny, they all look different in real life. You think they're smaller or taller. It's quite tall, is that bloke?
Nature has given Britain beyond all other countries climate conditions and the world. Take a chance at reform. Specialization in weeds and today was unheard of 150 years ago.
Even they complain that they're getting bigger enough
I think the speech is starting about half an hour. Someone said 3:15, but I think it's about 3. Everyone's filming the speeches. I mean, I can zoom in, I just lift it up. Yeah, he's a good presenter. I like him, he's cheerful. Although he's a bit, I think he upsets the left wing a bit though, you know what I mean. But he's always having a little moan. So it's like, see, the trouble is, I think people want GB News to say X, Y and Z and they're not allowed to because they're on TV and there's certain things they can't do. Oh look, there's a video there. I'm vegetarian, by the way, so... Probably not the time to say that. Bye. Oh, it's there. It's presenting. It was right.
Country farm down there.
There it is. So I'm guessing they're doing an interview for GB News. Oh, I'm tired.
I think I've got no money to
I know. That's why I've been moving. Look, he's doing interviews.
something regarding tummy and the grooming and stuff.
Oh, there's everyone. There's so many people doing interviews, isn't there?
No, but I had to get, like, especially when I'm reporting for 2C, I have to get that kind of stuff.
All right, yeah. Oh God, my feet are killing. Where's she gone? Oh God. I need a wheelchair. Oh, just caught myself. Oh, it's his bag. I forgot I've got his bag. Yeah, she's doing that. She works with Tulsi. So if you watch his channel, you'll see.
It's like you know, insults. Yeah. So you get about £5, right?
And it heat.
I'm supporting British farmers because I believe we have the highest food standards in the world and we need food security in this country.
Quite nice because the roads are quiet. But, you know what I mean, it's quite nice in London. I wish I brought that little chair I've got. Sit down.
Protesting against the budget, not just I am an entry-level farmer, started with 0 assets and
Oh, she's going down there. Oh God, she... feet are killing. Oh, she's chatting to him, I'll let her go. Yeah, I thought there would be here. I'm sure they've had counter protests before. Might be wrong, but when I've seen them before, I think that's Sky. I could swear that's what I was expecting. There was just 5 or 6 pro-Palestinian, but they were like the daily lot. They usually chilled out. They're actually alright with me, so I'm not gonna. She was quite nice lady actually. I wonder if any of these tractors will let me sit in them. I'm knackered. There's a nice seat there. Yeah, I'm tempted. Oh. I knew I should have bought my little stove. Never mind. Oh. Helicopter, I don't think it's a police one, it's not hovering. Oh, I can't believe how many's here. I mean, it's packed. You don't realise how many farmers there are, and I bet and I imagine these are local farmers. I don't know if they've come.
There's a lot of electric buttons. Almost of it is repair and maintenance and mechanic like most towns in Britain, find the old and picturesque and still means a lot. Chinese went around in this. 40,000 cans a day. Then there's seed, sugar beet, gas, cabbage, dates, all
Stop. Oh, stop.
There's always been a demand for seed. For the war with a large export trade. Today, we're growing more and more food for ourselves. And these seeds of ours are producing good crops all over the country.
Farmer Caroline, West Sussex farmer, proud to produce the best British food and look after the countryside. Please look after our small and medium-sized farms. We are the fabric of the rural community. We want to work and thrive with our allied businesses. We want to bring on the next generation and employ the students and the apprentices so they're fit for purpose for the future. But our future doesn't look good. Please consult. Please look at the data. Please stop this terrible family farm tax. Don't bite the hand that feeds you.
Sorry I couldn't be with you today. I find it's the time of year again when I need to go on holiday. The wife says it's holiday or a divorce, and I thought Tenerife would be cheaper. But on a serious note, 25 years time, year 2050, every single farmer on the planet needs to be producing 50% more food. This is exactly the time where we should be preparing for the infrastructure and the policy in place to be able to feed people. This country's food security has been utterly destroyed by this government's policies. Now is the time when we need to stand up, have our opinions heard, and make sure that this government understands what is at stake and what the future holds for our British people's food security.
I'm Russell Tremaine. I'm a small family farmer from North Kent, farming in partnership with my parents. We're both in their 80s. The family farm tax proposed by the government is going to severely impact our farm business, and I'm afraid it will be the end of the business if it's implemented, because we're just not making enough to pay the tax even over 10 years. So it's a little bit of a worry. Yeah, it's caused a few sleepless nights.
Don't know if it picks up that. There's helicopters up there. I don't know if they pick it up.
I did engage with the public, or many farmers have done recently, supermarkets, and I was really pleased that
quite low down.
They support farmers. The overwhelming message I got was that they want British farmers, British produced food. They don't want lands being bought up by big corporations.
Chopper was
the government keep insisting that only 500 farms will be affected. But the recent data came out only yesterday that 3/4 of family farms are going to be affected. So if the government would take note of this new data and listen and try and make some adjustments to the budget, to protect the small family farms. The politicians sticking to the same script all the time is very insulting, to be honest. And I think it is time they change their tune, listen to farmers, do touchdowns, and there is a compromise to be had. And if the farmers is listening, I'm meeting a few other farmers.
It's going up and down, yeah. It's going like up and down over
get together. Actually, we're being his outside his house, so he's got no excuse not to come along and have a chat. That's what he's in the country. So hopefully we'll see you.
over there now, isn't it? Somewhere over that way. It went across over there. Is that a police one?
I didn't know it's a police one.
I'm moved from Leicestershire. My family has been farming for decades. I'm a 7th generation family farmer, first of pigs and now apple crops. It would be really nice to continue that tradition and to build on the hard work that my parents and my grandparents have put in.
Still airborne, I can hear it.
I really want to send my support to all the farmers. I don't think the average person in the UK really appreciates how important they are to all of us. I just really hope people wake up and give the farmers 100% support before it's too late. Because when it's too late, it's too late. So, good luck guys.
My name is Sorry, I work in IT. I support the farmers in stopping the family farm tax. This is really important for every one of us. Farmers create food, and we need food in this country. We import far too much. We need good quality food, and increasing this tax, it just will make things worse for everyone. That's food for every one of us. So please, stand with us and vote to stop.
Hi, I'm Susan. I support British farming simply because without the farmers there would be no quality food, no beautiful maintaining countryside that we all enjoy. So basically, no farmers, no future. It's that simple.
For centuries, the patchwork pattern of Britain's countryside has been shaped by the individual skill and labour of farmer and farm worker. The British farmer today is also a mechanic, an engineer working on the land. To his inborn knowledge of soil and climate, crops and livestock, he has had to add, during the last 30 years, a knowledge of gears and carburetors, of sprockets and sparking plugs. Agricultural engineering began in Britain 200 years ago, and since that time, the output per farm labour unit has steadily risen until today it is higher than in any other European country. Even before the war, the value of the British farm workers' output was 3 times that of the German and twice that of the French, Belgian or Swiss worker. In recent years, Britain's home food production has reached new records, largely because of the close cooperation between the farmer, the agricultural engineer and the makers of farm machinery. Increased speed is the essence of mechanized farming. One man with a machine can do as much as 4 or 5 men with horses in the same time. The greater speed of the machine and the fact that it can combine 2 or 3 operations in one means that the mechanized farmer is far less dependent upon the weather, and that's very important in Britain's changeable climate. This cut and lift machine, for instance, cuts grass and loads it onto a wagon in one operation. The filled wagon can then be taken straight to the dryer or silo. Finally, the machine never tires, and its greater power makes possible the farming of lands which could not formerly be cultivated. The first step in all farming operations is the tilling of the soil, and the first step in the mechanization of the land was the replacement of the horse by the tractor for drawing plows and cultivators. A 4-furrow tractor-drawn plow can plow up 8 acres a day, 8 times as much as used to be possible with the old horse-drawn single-furrow plow. Then huge tractor-drawn harrows break up the soil and prepare the seed bed with the speed and power of 30 horses. And when the seed bed is ready, great tractor-drawn drills sow the seed 26 rows at a time. The machines used on British farms have not all been designed and produced in the country's great engineering workshops. Many of them are the result of the ingenuity and invention of ordinary working farmers. A Cambridgeshire farmer, faced with the problem of bringing water from a spring across 2.5 miles of fields, adapted an old mole drainer to lay the pipes underground in lengths of 600 feet at a time. Another working farmer has invented this handy ditcher. Good drainage is a vital factor in British farming. Without it, arable land would not be fully productive, and much of the best pasture land would quickly become useless bog. But it is not only in the realm of arable farming that machinery assists the farmer. Nowadays, the time and labor involved in the twice daily routine of milking large herds has been greatly reduced by taking special equipment to the cows in the pastures. British dairy cows are among the highest milk producers in the world. The result of all this work and effort, this combination of farming lore and engineering skill, is to be seen in the yield and quality of the crops at harvest time. Never has Britain's soil been more productive than it is today. Hundreds of thousands of idle acres have been brought into cultivation, while old farmlands are yielding more than ever they did. As a direct result of the close partnership between farmer, machine maker, and agricultural engineer, British farming is today more highly organized, more efficient, and more mechanized than ever before in its history.
For too many years, there's been a dangerous, growing disconnect between Whitehall and the countryside, between those who live and work, breathe the countryside, and those charged with enacting policies for us all to live by on a daily basis. And that breakdown, that misunderstanding between the two worlds couldn't have been clearer than in the most recent budget, most particularly the family farm tax. That tax hike risks throwing family farmers under the bus and jeopardising our national food security, one of the most basic jobs of a government to get right. And despite repeated pleas from the rural community for the Treasury to see sense, to get everybody around the table to find a way forward out of the mess, the Treasury have been silent, refusing to accept that they've so clearly got this one wrong. This isn't healthy. It doesn't help the countryside, and it certainly doesn't help the rest of the country. Thank you to those who have stood in solidarity with our farmers. Huge swathes of the political opposition, the British media, and most importantly, the great British public. Farmers, we are with you, we will continue to stand by you and fight for you. Rachel Reeves, the Treasury, the government, Prime Minister, it's time to see sense. It's time to stop the family farm tax before it's too late.
We need to show we're listening to the distinctive concerns of rural communities. I want to thank you for your openness in always not only listening to Labour's case, but rightly challenging us when we get things wrong. The best decisions, in my experience, are the ones that are held up to the right light and survive scrutiny. And the worst decisions are the ones that have never been challenged. And let me assure this room, that openness will be reciprocated by my government if we win the election next year. Your input costs, energy, fertiliser, feed, gone through the roof. But the market pressure, the social pressure, which comes with rising food prices, that still remains. You don't need me to tell you all about that. That every day seems to bring a new existential risk to British farming. From bovine TV to avian flu and dramatic changes to our climate. All that losing a farm is not like losing any other business. It can't come back.
I think that agriculture, as part of the food industry, is in something of a mess policy-wise at the moment. We had a clear policy when we were in the EU, whether you liked it or not. There was this thing called the Common Agricultural Policy, and farmers knew where they were with it. When we left Europe, we had no plan whatsoever, and we have spent the last 6 years trying to work out what on earth we want to do with agriculture. Those who thought a bit about it, the Brexiteers that is, the people who wanted us to leave Europe and thought a bit about it, they believed that having left Europe we would do a trade deal with America and a number of other large agricultural producing nations, and as a result of that we would import a lot more of our food at lower prices. And the quid pro quo, of course, was that we therefore needed to shrink the size of the agricultural industry here. And we've never really got out of that mindset. You know, we still talk ad nauseum about environmental policies, many of which, you know, they're only fumbling to put in place now. We talk about land policies, we talk about flood damage, we talk about planting trees, we talk about everything but production. And if anyone doubts that, I urge them to go to the DEFRA website and plug in the word agricultural production or agricultural production policy. You'll get a few sentences, but it won't be long before you turn back to us talking about the environment and trees. And yet, what is agriculture? Agriculture is first and foremost a food producing industry. And where we've gone completely wrong is that we've lost sight of that. Of course we have to be concerned about the environment. Of course we have to be concerned to make sure that agricultural production systems are sustainable and that they are not damaging the productivity of the soil or indeed our biodiversity and ecosystem services. We also understand that we have to be moving towards net zero. I put it to you, if you looked on the government website today, you'd think that the primary purpose of agricultural policy was to do with sustainable production and or net zero. It doesn't recognise that the primary objective should be production, and that should be subject to the constraints of producing it in ways that are environmentally friendly and moving us towards net zero. But I would go further. If we are really interested in a production policy for agriculture, it's time we stopped thinking of agriculture as an industry on its own. We have to recognise that it is part of this 50 billion food products industry we have in this country. The manufacturers of food products, and 70% of what comes off farms is processed. Food manufacturers can't exist without agricultural products, and agriculture can't exist without food manufacturers. The two are one, really. It's as though we have separated the people who produce cars from the people who produce engines or batteries. We see them all as part of the same industry. We realise they all have to be singing from the same hymn sheet. We realise that if we have a policy for car producers, it also applies to the people who produce the engines, etc. So what we have to do is to get a new mindset in government and in the industry, where we say our future lies in producing food products that people here and indeed across the world would like to buy. British agriculture has an enormously positive reputation, and around the world, Europe and now spreading to the Asia and places like that, we have literally billions of middle-class consumers who want to produce products that not only taste good, not only are different and varied, but also, and this is the important point, contain credence attributes. Middle-class consumers increasingly want to make sure that their food is produced ethically. What do I mean by that? It is produced safely. It is good quality. The animals involved have high standards of welfare. The farming practices are sustainable. They're not damaging the environment. And what we know about these so-called credence attributes is that they largely occur at the farm level in the supply chain. Hence, if we really want to motivate the food industry in this country, food production industry in this country, what we need is much closer collaboration between farmers and food manufacturers. We hear absolutely nothing about this really from the government. Of course you can find the odd sentence, about people working together and all the rest of it. They've said that for 40 years. The reality is that as far as the government's concerned, agricultural policy was in one box, food manufacturers in another, and they don't really seem very concerned to get the two working very closely together. If only they could raise their eyes and see how, working together, we could move this industry forward, not only to producing more food, but in doing so to make sure we deal with the food security problem in this country, we keep food affordable, and moreover, we contribute meaningfully to the government's desire for economic growth and a better trade balance. This is a very large industry, the so-called agri-food industry. Put it together, give it the right policies, and my goodness me, the country will be better off as a result.
The success of the supermarkets in Britain has ensured that the people and our governments have become disconnected from farming, and it's seen largely as a hobby. Now we are no longer in the CAP. We have more aggressive anti-farming policies than ever before, and this latest government are intensifying that aggressive assault on our industry and this country's food and food security. They assume that we will always be able to import food and that we don't need farming. And it doesn't take much to work out that that is a very risky strategy. Britain needs food security. Food security is national security.
Oliver Field, Farmer, West Sussex. Just to say, scrap the IHT, no trade deal with America, let's get back into the EU, we need to be part of the team. This is vital. My business alone lost £60,000 overnight when we left the EU. I'm sick and tired of farming being taken hit after hit after hit. We're on our knees. Enough. We need a government that's going to stand up for us and put us first, the most important thing in our lives, food.
Sometimes feels like farmers aren't listened to. And I know there's a feeling that politics doesn't respect people. I know there's a sense that decisions which affect communities are taken miles away by people with little empathy for their challenges. That somehow politics is done to people, not with them. And I know this sentiment is especially strong when it comes to farming and the countryside. So let me start by acknowledging Labour's role in that. It's not deliberate. We do care deeply about the countryside. This is not the place to waste words on the government. But make no mistake, they aren't going to get this. They aren't going to understand the chaos that they've caused and what the cost is. I don't think they can change themselves. and they won't change our country. They're part of the broken system that creates that feeling, that lack of respect for communities across Britain.
Hi everyone, I'm Aleko from Haynes Agriculture at Horsham. Haynes as a company has been supplying the agricultural sector for over 200 years, and we understand the deep connection between your business success and ours. If our customers are under pressure, then so are we. That's why we're so passionate about standing shoulder to shoulder with all of our customers. We also feel that the change to inheritance laws is morally wrong. This only serves to put more pressure not only on farmers, but on the whole rural economy, including us. That's why Haynes Agriculture are standing with British farming.
Hi, I'm Daisy. I'm from Leicestershire. I'm a contract shepherdess, and I support British farming because without us, we'd all be naked, cold, and sober.
Hello, I'm Andrew Gibson, farmer from Children in Canterbury, fifth generation farmer. We've got pictures of my granddad in that field just by the windmill 100 years ago. He was working hard during the war, just before the war. And that's where tenant farmers in. We want to push on, we want to keep going. This government's awful decisions are just making it harder and harder. I want my kids to be farming that, and my generations in the future farming that field. We can't not just sit back and just let this government walk all over us. We need to be together. We need to be in Westminster all together on the 10th, and I'll see you there.
About 10 years ago, if you've been in the west of England and happened to pass by Ottery Farm between 2 and 3 in the afternoon, you might have noticed a small boy who didn't seem to mind at all how much smaller he was than the cows he was bringing in for milking. The little boy's name was John Hockin, and he'd never known any other life than on his father's farm. John's father was a farmer's son too, and for that matter, there'd been a Hockin at Ottery Farm as long as anyone could remember. These Hockins must have been good farmers, for their land showed how much care, and what is more to the point, how much hard work they put into it, father and son, generation after generation. So when John grew up and his school days were over, it wasn't surprising that he should want to be a farmer too. It was really what everyone had expected, and it was what his father had always wanted. Aye, and it's good to have the boy at home again, to work with me on the farm. So it's funny to feel that he knows more about some things than I do.
Oh, 10 more minutes with
experience doesn't count for something, Mark, here. He's going to get that experience now, in the long duel with nature that is every farmer's life. He'll have had a better start than I had. And one day he's going to run this farm on his own. And when that day comes, I know he won't let the land down. So good luck to him.
I'm Rob Seward. Behind me is a field called Heaven, with its view south over the low Sussex Weald and the South Downs beyond.
One, two, yep.
This is an important announcement. Whoever is flying the drone, please can you bring it down? The police do not allow drones. Please can the drone be brought back to Earth as quickly as possible?
Don't know, but I can never see them.
Get that drone out of the sky. Who's got the drone up? DJ Audits, is that you, mate? Someone. Raining as well, isn't it? It's not exactly the most safest weather for fly, is it?
I've always won, man. road now.
This is the train. It's probably not going to be good for the train.
I've flown mine in the rain for years and years and years. Never done it.
In this train?
I've flown it in the snow.
I've flown it in the snow. Fine. Not in the rain. Not really.
I've looked at the rages.
Fine.
Rages. Get it out now for a while. I've got it in my bag.
Yeah, DJ audits, mate, is that you? So it's been just on the site next door, so that's the reason you're doing it. Did you see it though? Can't fly here. Well, can, but it's difficult to fly here. You need NAP's approval. Oh, for sure, if you fly here, without, yeah, 100%. 100%. If you fly here without telling them, like, they will try and find you.
Someone took a drone down there, they became a blues and seas.
Did they? There you go. So you can't fly here.
We're in the proper restricted zone here.
There you go, Hyde Park. EGR 157. There's no flight zone. It's a kind of zone that if you do fly, they come and